Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Man the Guns. So, we're here playing as the Dutch, and it is October 9th, 1938, and World War II is getting closer and closer every minute, and for some reason, the game is extraordinarily laggy today. Let me see if I can fix that one moment. That is very strange. Okie dokie game. Okay, there we go. Just had to close the internet browser in the background. So it looks like the first Vienna Award is coming, which means the war is not that far off. Unfortunately, we are locked into continuing the Zyder Z work for ages. If I had known this was such a long focus, I didn't read how long it was because they're almost all 35 or 70 days. I would have probably gone for the R&D stuff or even the naval expansion routes. Still don't have can't do anything with trade neutrality yet because we have not been influenced enough in rather either direction. So for now, I think we'll repass. Do we want to repass work? No, we really do need to get a couple generals in here. Defense would be really nice. So we can't really do too much other than keep producing troops and hoping that in the event of war we have enough men to hold the forts. Which, to be fair, we have some nicely concentrated defenses in a couple places, but then again we have like one troop there, which is very worrisome. On the other hand, our southern line of forts is going pretty well. I don't have any troops deployed over there yet, but Zyder Z infrastructure advancements. Roads, railways, waterways. We don't have the funds for that right now. We're out of manpower once again, which means we're going to have to reform that. Well, I could crack down on pacifist stuff. There's no real point at this point. True, it would get us more war support, but there's not much I can do on that fact either. The next stage of land reclamation is the Flevopolder, named after the ancient Flevo Lake, first mentioned in Roman times. Tremendous project that will take many years to be fully finished, and even the short term it will provide us with ample rewards. I have no idea where that lake is in the Netherlands. I know it's not the Zyder Z. It's got to either be up here or over here, I'd say. Could be up there, though. But I'm glad people are enjoying this. It's nice to have something of a break from Europa, even for a little while. I will go back to Europe, obviously, at some point, but a little tired after that Portugal game. Took quite a while to do. I also can't wait to replace this guy. Okay. Oh, it takes such a long time to build forts. Once this is done, we'll actually get rid of the whole -10 construction penalty. Okay, the first Vienna Award is done. How is that going to change the world? Also, I still need to get that decryption going versus the Germans, because I can't see anything they have. I might actually divert research just to that for a while. This is where having the whatchamacallit, An additional research slot would have helped a lot. Still can't produce any ships, which is a little annoying because the Dutch were a maritime power. Oh, nice. Okay, well, we do have some supply equipment. It's nice that our little, well, what would we call that technically? Our integrated puppet in the Dutch East Indies is sending us troops. That's looking like a little bit of a defensive line. Ideally, I'd like 3 divisions in each. Don't feel the need to do nation building. I might do the construction speed, though. Just so that we can actually get these forts done at a reasonable pace. While the 10% penalty isn't bad, it still does slow us down quite a bit. And we're going to have our first division of Marines? Pretty much. That'll do for now. Still waiting on manpower, of course. We'll be waiting a long time for that manpower. Okay. 150. We need 150 political power before we can do much else there. Still have no idea what Hitler's up to. Although I could probably guess which thing he's on. Yep, defense. As much as I need decryption and more, you know, factories and stuff, I do need to get better stuff going. That I will take. 45 for the British, 35 for the Germans. We may need to boost the German stuff a little bit, but we'll see. Surprisingly, we're actually getting through the Zyder Z works rather quickly. I mean, it really doesn't make any difference what I look at for the French or anyone else, because they're all going to die anyway. The only one who really matters is where are the Soviets at, where is the United States at, which science haven have they been up to. So that went New Deal, Neutrality Act, that makes sense. That's all we know about. What about Mexico? Support Spain's loyalists. Oh yeah, they're going communist again, aren't they? There we go. Real politics. So they're not going to be allied to... They're not going to create the Hispanic and other stuff, which makes sense. Okay. Somebody is going to die soon. The occupation of... Reoccupation, I guess, of Memel just occurred. That's always a sign war is on the horizon. Come on. I really need some of these advancements done. Ah. Not enough manpower, of course. 150, ow. That's going to take a while to get to that. Okay, other than that, let's placate the Germans a little bit. See, the British have hit 50 trade influence, so we've got to catch the Germans up. I have to do that 3 times at least. Oh, free civilian factories, of course. I suppose we should get some more military factories on the field. Of course, we've got the penalty from the civilian economy, plus the construction penalty for the other stuff, which means it's not that efficient, but need to do something. There we go. The Zyder Z works will be done though, which will add quite a few building slots. So I guess considering Friesland is the one that's getting the building slots, the lake is actually probably up here. Okay. Zyder Z works are done. Placate the Germans. Because technically we could do... Actually, we couldn't do capitulate to the British because we've actually not exceeded it that much. Okay. Let's do... One of our weaknesses is we don't actually have steel. So I'm going to say we're going to go this, get 4 more civilian factories if we can. Meanwhile, we will try and boost the Germans' trade power to 50. Grand Assault, what comes after that? Amtrak Battalion. Huh. Interesting. We've kind of hit the point at which they're the most effective. At least defensive-wise. The rest are almost all offense. Although this would be useful. Elastic defense. We'll see how that goes. Other than that, I think I'm going to save the political power. We need to up our conscription law. I really should have probably changed that instead of what I did do. Okay, 177 days. Develop the Randstad, I guess. By developing our largest cities in the areas connecting them even further, we can lay the foundations what we're starting to refer to as Rim City, a roughly circular urban area connecting the major cities of Amsterdam, Den Haag, Rotterdam, and Utrecht, surrounding the, apologies to the Dutch, grown heart or green heart at the center of the rim. Pretty sure I butchered half of that, but whatever. Okay, building's actually going up there. I think we wanted actually more on guns right now. Is that another? Yes, another colonial division. Nice. Although I wish it was not a non-colonial division. They'll still do nicely. I can actually get rid of this template because I'm not actually using it. Plus, it's a pretty useless template. Czechoslovakia is gone. Oh no. So Albania is gone. So I think the next one is Danzig or war, or does he go after Yugoslavia first? I can't remember. Either way, World War II is about to begin. The question is, have they kicked out Chamberlain yet? Nope. Okay. We've got this region-wide industrial integration. Added an additional building slot, which is, I like the fact that this even exists. It's kind of nice. Unfortunately, we've got 15 things we could pass, and none of them are good enough. I will do placate the Germans, though. Yeah, we should get that done just in time to pass trade neutrality. Hopefully that will help us. The Germans are not particularly happy with us. I think after that I'm going to go back to trying to get some industry done. Okay. Yeah, probably industry would be the next most useful thing. We'll do production efficiency for now. Also, let's go through here and stick a... we could do some support equipment. That would be a good start at least. Engineer would boost the entrenchment a fair amount. Hopefully, we are a bit behind there. I think we may have to trade for steel. Let's trade with the US. There we go. Hopefully that will handle our production lines a bit more effectively. Not to mention it will give us a much stronger entrenchment. Yeah, 49, max of 51 entrenchment bonus. That should give us some greater resistance to the Germans. Let's see. Okay, everybody's balanced at 50, so let's actually divert ourselves from the steel. Get this, which will give us 200 political power. So both Germany and the UK will be angry with us. On the other hand, we'll also boost our trade relations with them, which I don't know if that will actually balance things out. We'll see. Okay. Getting the symbol of resistance here will give us quite a lot of defense. Plus 10 on our core territory. Nice. One of the key things is we gotta get this depillarization. I can't do that for a while. Okay. It's not capitulated, okay. We can get quite a lot of bonuses now that we've trying to get trade neutrality maintained. But first things first, let's get limited conscription going so we actually can produce some men. Still don't know what Hitler's up to. We definitely need better decryption. I suspect he's passing another one of his let's take out another country ones. He either has 33 divisions or 130. I'm going to think he's got more like 130. France obviously is still an absolute mess. UK is doing pretty good, to be honest. Still don't have war to end all wars gone, but... Wait a second. They still have George in charge? Huh. Okay. I guess they've already done the Edward stuff, or else I just completely missed it. Which is very likely, actually. Okay. We actually have enough support equipment. Can I shift this to anti-tank? And do that. Okay. Trade neutrality is done. Let's do this, get some daily support for unaligned going. Axis has been formed. Trade neutrality has been passed. We can actually pass another reform. Any chance we can shift? We can shift to partial mobilization. That will help quite a bit. There we go. That solves a good amount of our economy issues for the moment. I still would like another military high command to get this infantry going, but we've started our progress to form Orange Bovin, or Orange Above. Plus, other than this aloof neutrality, we're pretty good. Manpower is flooding in to actually allow our troops to be trained. Material designer. We're also decrypting things. However, I think this will be a good stopping point. I suspect World War II will start next episode, so we'll see how that goes, I guess. Okay, so that will be it from me for this episode, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.